Okay, just to be very candid, I am bored. I am here at my location. I thought I'd be able to deliver a load early and go about my way, but that's not the case. The issue is that they open tomorrow, and I'm going to have to see them tomorrow morning about 7 o'clock, so 7:30. So I just thought I'd make a video showing how to save money in eating out on the truck. There are two things that I look at when I'm actually considering eating. It's number one, what my emotional state is, because that has something to do with it. And number two, what my satisfaction of eating will be. What's my purpose of eating? So I know that I like different kinds of food. I know that I like savory. I like fats. Sometimes I like the gumbos. Sometimes I like the chowders. So there are several things that I actually eat when I'm on the road. And there are several ways of doing it, and they're very inexpensive. So I thought I'd talk to you about that. It doesn't matter what bread you have. I just happen to have some, Hostess White. It doesn't really matter. And this is long and drawn out because I feel like it. So we're going to start with 2 pieces of bread. What I'm going to do is open them up like a book. Lay them side by side, because when you close them back, that'll be your sandwich. If you don't, you'll end up with a sandwich that looks like that. So I choose, as it's stacked in the bread pack, to open it up like a book and set it down. I take whatever mayonnaise, or if you don't use mayonnaise, that's fine. This is what I use. I'll take Miracle Whip, spread, and I will spread it on there. I will unwrap the cheese. I will fold the cheese in half, and I'll share with you why I do that in a minute. And I put it right in the middle of the bread. My personal favorite, right now. If you have any other ideas, let me know. I got French's Honey Dijon mustard. Put that on there. Honey, smoked turkey. I'll put the cheese on the mayonnaise side. I'll put the turkey on the mustard side. And then I'll just put the pieces together. I told you it's going to be long to draw up. I really don't care. Sandwich on the George Foreman grill directly from the napkin. The reason I do that is because I'm saving myself the crumbs. I fold the napkin over. All the crumbs are trapped inside. Now check this out. This is a 2-liter crock pot. Lid and everything. Heating device. And I got the George Foreman grill. Both of those, $24. $10 crock pot, $14 George Foreman. Not expensive at all. I have grilled chicken, sausage, gumbo. Like I said at first. There we go. Now, I have my savory. The fats are taken care of by the mayonnaise and the cheese. And honestly, the breads too. So those are also going to take care of my sweet, because the mayonnaise has some sugar in it, the cheese has some sugar in it, the bread has some sugar in it, and the honey Dijon mustard on the mayonnaise, on the mayonnaise side of the sandwich, on the mustard side of the sandwich, has that sweet taste to it as well. I have a 10-foot cable that is hooked up to an extension cord, 10-foot extension cord to a 3-foot construction splitter. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a light on here. When I actually turn the power on the inverter off, the light goes away. When I turn the power on, the light comes on. So it's showing you that there's power here. Okay? So now I'm going back to my status, and we see that the car battery voltage is at 14 volts. Okay, we're going back to status, and we're looking at the power consumption. Okay? Plugging up the George Foreman grill. It is not on. I'm going to plug up the crock pot. And I'm going to turn on the crock pot setting to high. It's low, warm, and high. I put it on high. Now I'm going to turn on the power drive inverter. Go to status, and you'll be able to see that the plug is on, and you also see that the output power is at 74%. So I'm running a high output George Foreman grill, which has a griddle on both sides. I'm running a high output crock pot, which is on high, and it's running about 74% right now. So I have something else legitimately that I could hook up to this, whether it be another crock pot or two. Because believe it or not, the crock pot runs at 8%. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. The George Foreman grill takes up most of the energy. It's at 70% or so. So here we are at 79%. So yeah, the George Foreman grill was warming up. It's at 70%, 71%. And the crock pot is at 8%. So that's where that 79% comes from. So what we're doing now is we're waiting for the George Foreman grill. And since this is a sandwich, I can show you. It's being cooked at this time. See those lights? They're on. You know how George Foreman grill works. And we're going to wait. I'm also going to go back to the car battery voltage and show you that the voltage has not changed. It's still 14 volts. Nothing has changed. Going back to status, still at 79%. Now it's going to shock you how when the George Foreman grill gets to temperature and shuts off, that the crock pot will only be 8%. And we're waiting for this George Foreman grill to get hot enough where it stays a consistent temperature, and then it will cut off. And there you can see it's at 8%. That's the crock pot. The George Foreman grill has heated the sandwich. The crock pot now is running, and what I'm going to do is to show you. I'm going to unplug the George Foreman grill. And I'm going to leave the crock pot plugged in, and you can see that it's 8%. Now, in that short amount of time, I want to show you something. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. That was a very short amount of time, but still, you can see the browning on that sandwich. Beautiful. I love it. Yummy. Okay, now the reason why I showed you that is because when you run a pure sine wave, which is what that particular inverter is, it's a pure sine wave inverter, it's only 1,000 watts. So you got a 1,000 watt inverter, okay? And that's actually browned the bread in just a few minutes. Beautiful. The sandwich is warm and toasty, and now I'm waiting for the crock pot to make dinner, and it shouldn't be that much longer. Enjoy this sandwich. Yum. Okay, I finished my sandwich. It was a good sandwich. Why would I do that? Why would I make a sandwich instead of get a burger? Well, everything I need is right there. You got your 2 pieces of bread, you got your cheese, you got your meat. And if you want to do something else, do it. You can do that. But when you go buy that burger, you spend too much. I know that sandwich isn't the healthiest thing in the world, but it's not as unhealthy as a burger. And I know soup, possibly in a can, it's not the healthiest thing. Fresh cut vegetables and all of that are beautiful, but I ain't got that. I got canned soup. And I also have limited storage to store this stuff. I ain't figured that out yet. So that's what I'm doing. Okay? It's healthier than fries. It's healthier than apple pies. Yeah. It's healthier than that stuff. So that's why I'm doing it this way. You got your cheese, just like on a burger. You got your meat, just like on a burger. Mayonnaise, just like on a burger. Mustard, just like on a burger. And your 2 pieces of bread. And that ain't cost me next to nothing. But you buy your burger and you're going to spend about $7, $8 now, you know, depending on where you shop, because them prices have gone up because of the COVID and so forth. So it's up to you. That's just one reference. Now I'm getting ready to address this soup. Alright, so I got Lawry's because I don't trust nobody's seasoning. I just put my own in there. Lawry's seasoned salt. I'll keep calling it seasoning salt. It's not seasoning salt. It's seasoned salt. There's stuff in the salt that makes it seasoned. And I have Kraft Parmesan cheese, just because that's what I want. This right here is possibly the most expensive thing that I have associated with, you know, eating. I have a spatula. I have a scraper. I have a cutter, as you can see there, the edge, for soft items. Then on the other side of that, I have a spork and a spoon. And I also like this spork because if you enter it facing the spatula, you have tongs. So if you have salads or you need to mix, you can do that. Okay, this is the gumbo I was telling you about. Yep. Put that aside. And what I'm gonna do, just because I want to, is put a little little Lawry's in there. Almost said Tony Satchery. Lawry's seasoned salt, just a little bit. Cover that up. And a little Parmesan cheese. Get a spork. Just stir it. Oh, look at that okra, look at that okra. Oh, look at that sausage. Oh, look at the chicken. Oh, yeah. That looks good. All right, I'll stir it in. I'm going to let it sit for just a little while longer. And then it's dinner time. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, bye, y'all. Okay, so the reason why I did that is just to show new truckers how this goes. For me, you know. I want to save money. I want to eat healthier. I want to be in better health. And also I want to eat what I buy and be happy with it. A lot of times when I go to the burger joints, I don't like what I paid for, and I'm upset that they charge me so much for what I bought. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to get my own food and cook it my own way. I'm not saying it's gourmet. I am saying it's a way to survive. I am also saying it's a way to enjoy what you eat. Remember I said at the beginning of the video, it might be an emotional state. What are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to achieve what you experienced at home with your loved ones? Those kind of dinners. Are you trying to achieve what you experienced on your dates or what have you? Those kind of foods bring back memories, and those memories make you want those foods again. A good example is Thanksgiving, one of the biggest meals of the year. And we try to eat Thanksgiving year round. There's a reason for that. Okay? So if there's anything else that you'd want, just think about why you want it. Like, for instance, a citrus soda. You want the taste of fruit. Get yourself some orange juice. Juice is not the healthiest thing, I know, but it's healthier than some of the other drinks out there. And also, when you get those bottles, get them at a store that you frequent, whatever store that is, and get a bunch of them for a little amount of money. Get the small bottles, because when you drink them, you've satisfied the desire for taste. There was even a study that was done with cane reapers, and there were some that actually were given sugar cane, and they swished it around in their mouth, and then they spit out the sugar. And others they took the sugar in, sucked on the cane, and swallowed the sugar. The ones that swallowed the sugar got less work done. So it's not about the nourishment of what you want, it's the desire, the satisfaction of what you want. And it's okay to want some grapes and oranges and pineapples and things like that. Get a small amount of juice, and then drink water behind that. So you've got your dinners, you've got your sandwiches, you've got your soups, you've got your drinks, and then whatever you want for dessert. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. If you want some of those chocolate references that they have in the gas station or the fuel station, whatever one you choose, there's a better way. You can get a box. What I did, I got a box. It's called Fudge Rounds. It has a taste of chocolate, so that's taken care of. It has the cakey or doughy reference, which is associated with donuts, I guess. So I get satisfied with that if I choose to. Or I'd have, like I said, a peanut butter jelly sandwich, something like that, a can of fruit. Just make sure you're eating competently. You know what you're doing and why. And you're not just assuming that you're going to pick off the menu of choices that's available at the nearest, I would say drive-through, but it's not a drive-through, fuel station. You know, some of those fuel stations have a particular fast food restaurants attached to them, and you think you have a choice because there are multiple references on the menu, but it's all the same thing. So you choose what is best for you, and you do what is best for you.